Hello, everyone. Dr. Allen here. Hope you are having a great week. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into what we're doing this week because it is a very timely topic and it is AI in the classroom. Um, I will say, I'm going to briefly look at this from a student point of view. I'm really primarily going to focus on how you can use it as teachers because I'm going to go on a little rant here, so please bear with me. AI is one of those things where I think we're still finding our way in the world of education with it. I think just in life in general, in all disciplines. Um, but the fact of the matter is AI is here to stay. So I think it's best if we start to get in front of how to use AI and how to incorporate it or not incorporate it into our classrooms, um, instead of just saying acting like it doesn't exist. It kind of reminds me of like little smaller topic, but when Wikipedia started, I was an established teacher at that point, but one thing with Wikipedia, everyone thought it was the end of the world. Everyone was going to cheat. Everyone was going to copy. And then we have found ways to incorporate Wikipedia. I started to feel like a hypocrite with Wikipedia because I would tell my students not to use it. But then what would I do if I was trying to look up a topic? And then I would use those sources at the bottom to kind of expand my knowledge. I think AI in some ways is the same regard. It's here. So how we can use it and how we can incorporate it in terms of planning, accommodations and such from the teacher end is what we need to look at. I will say, from the student's point of view, obviously, there is a big fear about students not doing their own work. And that is something I'm going to put up some AI checkers for you to check out. There's no assignment with them, but they're still developing. AI is so weird because there just seems to be stuff popping up every week. Just to kind of pop it up here for the student's point of view, I think I have this up. This is an article. I'll put it up if you want to read it. It's not required, but I was just trying to refresh myself on some of the issues because they seem to be evolving like weekly. Um, and I think from the student point of view, something that we worry about a lot is student cheating. Students are going to like just copy and paste. I think you can actually identify this usually when you read it. And there are AI checkers, and I'm not, some AI checkers are better than others. So it's definitely something you're going to need to do your research on. And sometimes things can throw off the checker, like turn it in. I have heard, don't quote me on this, but I think it can sometimes mess it up. So it's just something to be aware of. But there are checkers out there. And again, there are some bias in some AI I can't even say it, algorithm. Thank you. So that's something, not all AIs are created equal with the algorithm. If I can spit that out again, I had to say it twice. Um, Also, I'm going to go down here. Again, with like a lot of things in the classroom, you don't want to get too over reliant on it with students, especially if they start to use it to create things. And also, not all students have equal access to internet and different things. So I'll put this article up. It's just something I thought was interesting. But from the student point of view, there are concerns. But we're a technology class. It is the technology. And I think it is something we need to look at, especially from the teacher point of view and how maybe you can incorporate AI in the classroom. I know that was a mouthful for the first few minutes, but I just wanted to get that out there. This week, as you can see, we're going to do an AI tech. I'm going to show you two of them that I'm most familiar with. I'm trying to broaden my horizons, but it's ones that one I've seen in the field and another one that has been getting more and more popular. I've read about it and I've been playing around with it in my office just to see how it works. And you'll have the choice on either one. Also, I mentioned this last week. I will keep last week's module open if you need to go back and look at the video. But the AI certificate, which I mentioned last week, is due this week. There's no blog, there's no discussions due this week. But you do have to do the AI discussion. It gets into Google AI. Let me see if I can click this and show you. You'll do a lot with Gemini AI Google. And I think it just takes you to Gemini. There it is. Some of you I know have already started it. It's a little, I think it's a little better than the prior Google certification one because it's a little newer. But I do think it will be good for you to go through all this and kind of mess around with it. There are tons of AIs now. Chat GPT is probably the most famous one, but this one is actually really good. So for example, I might just type in, if you haven't messed with AI, I think most people have at this point. Let me get that out of there. Um, oh, it's scary. Let's just do a scary in that it's kind of cool, but I can't believe it does all this. Lesson plan on World War I. So I could just type this in and you see it already maps it out. Now, this is why I'm throwing this up here. We're going to look at a couple that do things like this. The only thing I want you to, as you can see, it's got everything on there. You can do accommodations and all. You still need to know these skills because not AI isn't perfect, so to speak, as it was talking about with some of the algorithms. I'm gonna roll with that word now. Um, they sometimes there is a bias to it, and it doesn't always have maybe what you need in it. Also, I'm just going to say it. I don't. I think some of you are getting close to this time. When you do EdTPA, you've got to know how to do these skills because EdTPA does have AI checkers now. So please be aware. But AI is here. There's some cool stuff you can check out. I use AI a little bit now as an idea gathering thing. Like if I'm stuck, I'll type in something. Like for example, if I was trying to think of a hook on something with World War One, maybe I would use the AI one and kind of maybe I might adapt it a little bit, but it's there. But you'll fool around with Gemini on the certification program. The link is here. I'll put it up for this week also, and it is on last week's, but that is a requirement. It takes about an hour to 2 hours, depending how it flows. And you can get off and on. You don't have to stay on with it, but you do need your Google login. Let's see, what else? Okay. Sorry, I was looking for my links. All right, I do have them up. The first one I'm going to show you as far as AI tools, I'm going to show you this one. This is the one I have not used as much, but it's called CuriPod. And there's some cool stuff with it. I'm going to move up. You can just log in with your Google login. As you can see, I'm in with my Jason Allen one. But if you go here, there are already lessons that are established. There's reports. As you can see, there's one that I did back in the summer on World War One. Again, I just read a book on that. I guess it was on my mind. But for example, if you want to do something, go into CuriPod. I'll have the link up. Sign in with Google. Again, just do the free account. Click Create Lesson. And as you can see, there's a lot of different things you can do here. You can build literacy skills, which might be really good for elementary. You can take your slides and add them in here. You can generate a new lesson. You can have reviews for tests, and you can even do some routine bell ringers and things like that. These are all cool. You are welcome to try any of these for the assignment. All I want you to do is do some mess around with AI, and once you have like your work or your lesson created, to take a screenshot and submit it, or take a picture and submit it. If I was you, I would keep it simple for right now, and then you can go back and mess with it. I would go to generate a lesson, and as you can see, there's a lot of stuff here. Um, you can enter a standard, a learning objective. You can choose a grade. You can choose a language, which is really nice, especially if you're doing some English as a second language type learners. Maybe you need to adapt a lesson so they can read it. So you can definitely do that. And as you can see, there are languages galore. Um, as you can see, you can align things to social studies standards. I did this. I have to admit, I'm going to go a little on the wild here. I think I still have it in there. I took a West Virginia standard from 10th grade in social studies using maps, charts, and things. It was a geography one. And I am going to hit 10th grade. And as you can see, you can adapt it. And I'm going to hit this. And let's see what I get. This is very exciting. It will create slides and things like that. I'll take it back and show you the World War One one also. I think when you're watching it, you can most of the time tell when there's an AI feature to it. Sometimes the AI is a little slow. Sorry, a wild truck was going down my road if you heard that. And as you can see, look at this. It's already created something that your students can join. Um, it's got a bell ringer. It's created a whole lesson. You can do something along this. You can add stuff to it. And then this is just a lesson that you can do. Created this whole PowerPoint slide. Let me go back here. So you can see you can also size it up a little bit. Boom. But, sorry, my face is in the way of everything. Oh, there it is. Start now. I wanted to show you it. There's our QR code. Everyone knows how to do that. But as you can see, this is just a lesson it made from that. You can also have it do more in-depth things. And again, I have to have students that are willing to join. But I'm going to get out of that. Sorry, I have so much stuff open. Let's see if I can get out of this. There we go. CurryPod, catch you later. Oh, there it is, back to the designer. That would have worked. But that's one way you can do it. And you can just take a screenshot of it if you want to try CurryPod. This is one that I did back in the summer. As you see, it shows people who participated and things like that. And as you see, this one actually, of course, let me try to open it up a little bit. Sorry, it's edit lesson. Sorry, I'm working on my one screen. Sometimes I'm not quite as fluid, I believe, but it's still, this might have been a Titanic failure there to show you that one. Let's go back. Let's see if I can just share it. Let's see if I can just go that route. Apologies. Let's go that way. Maybe we can get it that way. There you go. This is a draft. Standards covered. It talks out, and you can do the alignment, and you can see it gives a background. This is again a PowerPoint, but you can do this, and it does incorporate questions into it, as you can see. That students were on there. There's no one to do it, but that's CurryPod. I will be the first to admit, and I would play around with these a little bit, but I would be the first to admit that CurryPod I have not seen quite as much as this one. Diffit is the one, actually, this was something someone out in the field, a teacher showed me this. Um, this is a pretty simplistic one where I think some of the AI makers are like a lot of things, they make things too complicated. Diffit, as you can see, it says Diffit for teachers. It is very straightforward. Um, you can attach YouTube videos, you can do text. It will do a lot of things. It will reword text. Like, for example, if you have a PDF, and I have one thing, science and social studies, especially when they have readings, I think sometimes the written above grade level, you can actually, if you have a script, PDF of it, you can actually cut or paste the article in there and it'll adapt it to the grade that you need down here. Same thing, it'll build article. You can build, well, let me just show you. I'm sitting here talking. Let me go to, again, I'm going to do something on World War One. Someone actually, I don't know if you saw it, I guess because World War One's on there. Someone did a lesson plan on World War One Good Girls. That was like a working program, if you were wondering, and they actually did a whole lesson on AI on it. It was actually pretty cool. But let me just take, I think I've used this one before, but it's fine. If you take this, copy it, move my face, let's go back to Diffit. And if you post this in here, and you can do this with YouTube and things like that. And I want to make this for fourth grade. And I hit generate resources. This is one thing that you can do. And again, you can do this for your AI. I just, again, want you to start playing around with AI. You'll get a lot of this type of stuff with these certificates. So I'm not going to lose too much sleep about what you're actually doing. But as you can see, or how you choose, let me say, how you choose to use the AI. As you can see, it actually has redone the passage so that it's more for fifth graders. And it has key vocab that's from the article. It has tests and quizzes from the article, short answers, open-ended prompts. And you can add things to these, but that's just from the cut and paste of that article. So you could literally take that article, put it in the link, and then go from there. And as you can see, there's other things that are here, pictures, such. It's pretty crazy. Let me just go back here. I'll show you another one. I'm going to do, since a little World War One, let's just do literally anything. I'm going to do, Napoleon. Just going to keep it broad. And I'm going to say that I want that for ninth grade. And I'm going to generate. And again, cool thing, just please, it's like a lot of things, excuse me, like a lot of things, this is a tool. It's not supposed to do the work, or you need to know the content and things like that. And this is something that it created. And as you can see, you can incorporate all these different types of graphs and diagrams and things like that. But there's an adapted reading for Napoleon if you need it. There's a summary. There's the movie that just came out. Um, Actually, it just came out. It's on Apple. If you want to see it, I think it's from 2023. It says. You can add vocab words, but it has some. And again, it has test, short answer. That's just from a prompt. So again, you can add standards too and make an alignment to it. As it says, let's try this one. I think Diffit's a little easier. Let me go back. I guess I could have just hit start new. But let me hit this. All right. Sorry, someone was running up my street here. I was just looking. I have big windows right in my office, and sometimes I look out when I see stuff's going on. But I'm not stopping recording because we're almost done. And as you can see, this is just from, whoops, did I keep World War One? Oh, I did. And then it kind of incorporated all of it together. Let me get back here. Whoops. Did I not put that in? Oh, I kept World War One. X. I took that other copy. You all probably caught that, and I didn't. It's been a long morning. Let's try that again. Let's try this standard. A lot of this video may just be me goofing up, but that's okay. Because that's let's try it again. There was a big truck going up there when I cut and pasted it, and I didn't quite catch it. Not that I could show you out through the window, but there's a big tree that will also block it, so it's not that exciting. And I'm trying to kill time while this is loading. There we go. There's a standard that we were using earlier, and as you can see, it incorporates maps, a reading, summary, key terms, check. I like Diffit. I will admit, I think there's a lot of pros to it, and it can help you get going. Again, you can do either one of these texts. If you know of another AI tech that I don't have on there, I'm going to throw a whole list on there. These are just the two I've used the most. Diffit probably way more than CurryPod. You are welcome to try it. All I ask is a screenshot of what you've created and that you turn it in. And let's go back to our homepage. And you got to finish out the AI thing. Take a screenshot of the certificate or submit the certificate. Like I say, that takes about an hour to 2 hours to finish. That's it. That's all for this week. There's no discussion. There's no blog. And I should be caught up. I will put some AI stuff up. I know these videos I get to babbling a little bit, but it is here to stay. And I think it's just finding ways to adapt to it is definitely the best approach right now with AI. We're all learning with it. I mean, it's something I'm going to use the word struggle, but I don't know if that's really the right word with it at Shepherd. There's been a lot of debate about it. You've probably seen it on syllabi now where some professors allow it to certain extents and some don't. I'm kind of open to it. Obviously, we're an ed tech class, and we just got to find effective ways to do it. I think things like Diffit can definitely be a benefit for teachers. You're going to find most of you have been out in the field. Sometimes you need ideas, you need things to start up, and sometimes you might get something that's pretty cool that you can incorporate. So with all that being said, sorry, I felt like Diffit went a little smoother than CurryPod, probably because I'm more familiar with Diffit, but you can use either one, screenshot them or download it and submit it. And if you know of any other AI, you're welcome to put that one in there. But other than that, Diffit or CurryPod or something else, and the Google AI certificate, again, you'll be messing around with Google Gemini and that a good bit. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to stop babbling. I'm going to say have a great week, and I hope you are getting through the semester okay. Talk to you later. Bye.